Well guys, it's another day, as you can probably guess. You can also see we got a few more things put on the Suburban. Grill, headlights, a few little odds and ends, got all the battery connections pretty much hooked back up. Only thing we're really waiting on right now on this is a little bit of tuning work. We gotta put the bumper on. The ARB bumper needs to go back on, hook the lights and winch back up. A little bit of tuning work on the transmission, and then this roof rack and a tent. So I'm going to put together a Baseline Overland roof rack. This roof rack right here is the roof rack when it comes to Suburbans. Nobody makes one like this. This is the only heavy-duty, true quality, custom-made roof rack for Suburbans on the market that I am aware of. This is the best of the best. This is where it's at. All aluminum, extruded aluminum, crossbars, full-length roof rack. This will go down the entire length of the roof, unlike the factory ones stop like 2 feet shy of the front. This is the only thing I would consider swapping my Z71 roof rack to. We took the Z71 roof rack off, put it on my other Suburban, and now we're putting this on here. I put one on the camper already. This is good stuff. Like, quality products. I'm gonna get all this bolted together. It bolts into the factory locations on the roof, except for 2 extra brackets up towards the front, kind of close to the windshield. So you can see I got the other one off. 2 bolts here, 1 bolt here, 1 bolt here. This was a Z71, so it's got 3 bolts. There's 1 right here. We'll only be using these 2 on this deal, and then we'll add 1 up in here. So we'll see if I can get this rack put together and then get it on the roof. And then tomorrow we got to get the rest of the tune done. We got to get the bumper on, and we got to get this massive CVT tent we have over here on. So we got a lot of work to do. We got to get it done fast, because day after tomorrow I'm supposed to be taking this thing to the Moore Expo, and it's going one way or another. It may be on a trailer if we can't get everything fixed, but it's going. It's going to be there, hopefully running and driving and towing a camper. We'll see. We've had a few minor hiccups, but we're getting close. All right, time to get to work. All right, step 1 here is going to be bolt this piece and this piece, the front and back piece, together with these splice brackets. So we're going to bolt that up real quick and then get to the next part. All right, now that we've got these parts bolted up, we're gonna move on and get the fairing bolted to one of these brackets. So this will go underneath, and these holes right here will bolt down to that. That'll reinforce this and make it a whole lot stronger. So that's gonna be our next part. But if I didn't know what our next part was, I would just go to Baseline's website. They have really good instructions. Here, watch how easy this is to find the instructions. You go to their website, hit the menu. Oh look, there it says instructions. Instructions. All right, what do we got? Okay, here we go. There's my year model, 2000, 2006, and boom. Awesome instructions. Super nice when it's easy to find instructions. All you gotta do is look, and it takes like 2 seconds. Find them, then you can do everything. So let's get the fairing mounted up to one of these, and then we'll put all the crossbars into this and kind of assemble the whole thing, and then we'll put the mounting brackets on. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's get the fairing done first. All right, to put the wind fairing on here, all we need is 6 bolts, 6 washers, and 6 of these. These are little T-nuts, and what these do, they slide in here. You slide those in, put them where you need them into the extrusion. So we'll line them up with these 2 holes, those 2 holes, and those 2 holes, and that'll bolt it on to this piece. All right, got the wind fairing ready, and now I've got all this laid out here. I'm actually going to put it together upside down because it's a little bit easier to just line these up like this. The main thing, this piece and this piece are side specific, so make sure you get them on the right side where the logo is going to look right. That's about the only tricky part. So I'm going to put it together upside down, and then I'll flip it over and put it on the truck. But I went ahead and set all my hardware out. So got my bolts and my washers, so I can just go down the line, bolt them up. I'm gonna leave these loose. I'm not gonna snug them up. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the feet that hold it down to the roof. I'm gonna leave all this slightly loose, because once you get it on the roof, you kind of have to move things around a little bit to get it into the exact position. So just leave these just a little bit loose, and it'll make things go faster for you later. Now that I've got that all loosely assembled, I've just got to put these side brackets on. So this one, for instance, will go just like that. So I'm gonna go put all these on, leave them a little bit loose, and then flip it over, and we'll be ready to put it on the vehicle. I'll just have the one more piece. I'll cut this to length. This is a little rubber gasket that goes right here, help it seal up on the roof and not make any noises or vibrations. So get that put on, make sure it's cut to the right length, and put these brackets on, and we'll be ready to put on the vehicle. All right, we got all the brackets on. I'm gonna flip this thing over and go stick it on the Suburban. At least that's the plan. We'll see if it works. I think I can manage. I would not recommend putting it on by yourself, but it is possible. All right, we get all the brackets bolted down. I should have cleaned this first, but I didn't. Get all these bolted down in all the different spots, and then the front two I'll have to put rib nuts in. I'll get them all bolted down, and then I can just start snugging up all the bolts, making sure this line down through here is nice and straight and clean down through there. So we'll just start bolting it down, tightening things up. All right, guys, the roof rack is on. It's looking fantastic, and it's really late. I'm gonna go home. I still got the rib nuts to do on the front. Other than that, it's all bolted up. So we get that in the morning. They did get the tune done on this earlier, so we should be good to go to test drive it tomorrow. So wrap that up, test drive it, put a big old 10 on it, and this thing's gonna be ready to rock and roll. I am excited. It's coming along. Dreams finally happening here. Pretty cool. But I'm gonna call it a night. See you in the morning. It's another day here. We're about to get this wrapped up. Tim's gonna grab this bumper and throw it on real quick while me and Luke go work on some other stuff. Should be easy. So he's got the bumper. We're gonna take us for a test drive, and then I got 2 rib nuts to put in. If everything goes well, that's it. If everything goes well.
It's gonna be really fun. I ain't gonna kill.
Lift with your knees, not with your face.
Your way. This isn't going well.
Go up more.
That makes sense. Alright. I promise this might not land on here. How do we even reach those?
Move it somewhere. There it is.
Move it somewhere.
I know it needs to go a direction. I don't know what direction. Move it till it goes in.
It'll work until it doesn't.
All right, I'm on to the worst part of putting on this roof rack, and that is putting riv nuts in and drilling holes in the roof. So this bracket goes here. I've got it marked. I'm gonna drill a hole there and put one of these little riv nuts in with this handy dandy tool and hope we don't put a hole in the headliner. I already got the other side done and I did that one okay, so I did that one off camera in case I messed it up. Now that I know what I'm doing, I'll do this one, except I'll probably mess this one up now. All right, we got the bumper done. Wires hooked back up, lights are hooked up. I think it's done. I think it is ready for a test run. And then we'll see what breaks, even though we don't have time to fix it if it breaks, but we'll find out what's gonna break. All right, we took it for a test drive. Seems to be running pretty good. I think we need to fine tune the tuning on a little bit. I kind of want to do, it's got just a basic tune on it right now. And I think it's got some more horsepower in there if we can get it tuned a little bit better. So let me know who the best tuner is for 6.0s. I've heard a lot about Black Bear, but I don't know much about them. Never had a vehicle tuned, never really needed to, but I kind of want to get this one tuned up where it'll run top notch. So I'm gonna we got our drive shaft. I had to get a custom front drive shaft made, but I just got that back from the local CNC machine shop. Got a little paint on it, and I'm gonna see if this fits. Should fit, but I'm gonna make sure and try to go ahead and get our front drive shaft in. If I can't get it in, I won't worry about it right now because I don't have much time left. I need to get this, we got to get a tent on it, and then I got to get this home, so tomorrow we can head to the Moore Expo. We got to pick that tent up over there. That's gonna be fun.